Let's ruin our lives.
Getting pissed at high tides, chewing up like cyanide. Please don't revive. Let's ruin our lives. Some pills in acid, nails in my casket. That sounds romantic. To just ruin our lives.
それじゃあビデオ見てもらいます。寝んなよ。
Wednesday.
Almost all the way around too. I was not expecting this on your first day.
I freaking started getting into trouble when I was really, really young, really young. Started doing drugs really young. Because, I mean, I'm from Apache Junction, Arizona.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
There's not much but drugs out here.
For sure.
Especially in the 90s, so.
For sure. Are you from like far east Apache Junction? Like close to the superstitions?
Well, yeah, like, I mean,
all over AJ.
If you're in Apache Junction, you're right by the supers. Like,
That's
Apache
true,
Junction,
yeah.
you don't have, like, south and east. You have
Right.
Mesa, or East Mesa, and then you have Apache Junction.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Right now, she's kind of in town. She did grow up at the base of the mountain. She wasn't very far from the base of the mountain when she was a young kid. And then they moved just into East Mesa, so it's classified East Mesa. Like I said, now she lives in Apache Junction, like in downtown area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you go? Were you like, so you're born and raised Arizona? Did you do like a lot of off-roading, trips to the river?
I did.
Yeah, we lived on the river.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
we still
live on the river.
Yeah, you got it out
We
here.
still go off-roading a lot. We just went camping a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We went up north, but it was stressful because my freaking puppy locked. Like we were on a boat ramp, like putting the kayaks back in the truck.
Yeah.
And this little puppy freaking locked the doors with the truck running on the boat ramp, and we were not in the truck. So
he's in the truck.
Yeah, we had to break a freaking window to get in the truck.
Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, it's not like you can call like a locksmith when you're out that far. Yeah.
Yeah, we were up at the rim, so.
Right.
Yeah, no.
That's rough.
Like,
dang.
Yeah, it was great. I'm like, I have really good bad luck sometimes.
Yeah. What was it? The Salt River?
No, we were up on the rim, and we were on one of the rim lakes.
Nice. That's awesome.
Northern Arizona.
Yeah,
we do the salt.
the Muggy on rim, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
We do the Salt River like twice a week normally.
Usually. Yeah.
Oh,
because we
really?
Yeah.
Nice. Is it like crowded nowadays, or has it like calmed down?
The weekends definitely. During the week, it's in the summer when school's out. It's a little bit busier during the week, but it's not as bad as the weekends are.
Right.
Friday through Sunday, stay away from the water.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I've been out here for like 18 years off and on, like the majority of my adult life, and never gone to the Salt River.
Oh, you
need to, man. It's an experience.
Especially before they, because they're talking about like taking the wild horses fucking away, dude.
Yeah,
and so you need to go before they fucking.
Yeah.
Us locals have been fighting it for quite so many years.
But I started getting into trouble.
Yeah.
Let's see, I got kicked out of school really freaking young, and started doing drugs really young. And my drug of choice was meth, because that's like all that was here in the 90s.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it wasn't long after I was 13 when I started freaking shooting up, and then I got
put
13.
in
prison. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got put in prison shortly after that, and they had me on trial originally for attempted murder on a fucking law enforcement agent.
Oh man.
So what had happened was somebody was buying drugs off me, and my drug dealer ended up getting arrested because he wouldn't ever come pick up the cash and like with the drugs on him. He would pick up the cash, go home, and then bring the drugs back. You know what I mean? So we could have both of them at the same time.
Right.
And on his way back, he got pulled over and got arrested so he had the cash and the drugs, and I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And the person who it belonged to, freaking was telling me that they were going to tell my mom and stuff, and I was 13, and she didn't need to know all what I was doing.
Right.
So my little kid, logical mind thought, hey, fuck this, let's go kill myself. So I stole my uncle's, he had a freaking 22 assault rifle.
Yeah.
And I don't know I guess I was going to try to Kurt Cobain it, I guess. I don't know, but like I went into the desert, and I guess somebody had seen a little girl walking into the desert with a fucking gun almost the same size as her.
Right.
And so
She was tiny. She was very little
Yeah.
as a teenager and stuff.
Yeah, so they called the cops on me, or called the cops, and
Right.
I ended up having a standoff with the cops for like 7 hours, and
Wow, no way.
yeah, and one of the cops like snuck up behind us and tackled me to the ground, and when the gun and me and the cop hit the ground, it went off and shot one of the cops in front of me in the kneecap.
Oh, jeez. So they twisted it to make it seem like you were trying to kill the cop. Right.
Yeah. And,
Wow.
One
Cops were dirty back then, man.
one
yeah.
child, like my mom.
Sure.
My mom freaked out because, you know what I mean, her kid's freaking in prison for fucking trying to kill a cop.
Right.
So she didn't know what to do, and she gave me up to the state. So I became a ward of the state at that time. And at the same time, I'm fighting this freaking murder charge, being locked in Perryville at 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They ended up dropping it down to freaking assault with a deadly weapon to a police officer with the threat to kill.
Wow.
Discharging a firearm as a minor, possession of a firearm as a minor, freaking putting the people at danger. You know what I mean? The fact that I had a gun.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Reckless endangerment or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like 2 other freaking things. I don't remember exactly what they were, but I ended up spending 4.5 years in Perryville. And then, because I was still a ward of the state at the time, so when I got released from Perryville, they put me in a lockdown drug treatment facility in Scottsdale until 2 weeks before my 18th birthday.
So, were you tried as an adult or?
Yes.
Wow, no way. Wait, so Perryville, is that off of the 17? That's not the.
Yep. Out there in Goodyear.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like before, because now it's more male, but back in the day, it was freaking mostly women back in the day.
Wow.
And then they like converted it again, but yeah. So because I was so young, because I was a minor, they had me in PC because they couldn't put me in general population because I was a risk. I was young. So I was basically in a cell for 23 hours a day by my freaking cell for 4.5 years.
Wow, that is rough. Wow. What does PC stand for?
Private custody.
Protected custody.
Yeah.
So basically solitary confinement.
Yep. Solitary confinement, other terminology for you.
Yep.
Oh my God.
You get out for an hour a day to take a shower or go to rec. And rec is basically they lock you in the middle of the recreation yard in a chain link box. Like you have the chain link top, chain link all 4 sides. No shade, no nothing. And you're on a concrete slab and that's it. And you get locked in there.
That's like torture. That's insane. So were they attempting to help you? I'm sorry.
I said summers in those boxes were no fun.
Oh, geez, I imagine. No air conditioning, I would imagine.
Well, see, because of PC, like being in there, like usually we were locked in the box when nobody else was in the yard. So it was when everybody else was sleeping. So in the middle of the night, we would get our freaking time to be in the box. Man. And so like if something popped off inside, like say that there was a riot or something was going on, they would forget about us and we would be in there for like 13 fucking hours, dude.
What?
I've had sunburnt on me, this like looking like the chain link fence.
Oh my God, that's gnarly. Damn. Did they ever make you do like the chain gang? Or I guess that's for like lighter
She was
offenses?
too young.
Right, yeah.
And I think that was before the chain gang.
That was way before all that.
Before they let women do the gang.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Before, so Arpaio, was he sheriff back then or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wow, that's...
The lovely Arpaio.
Yeah, that guy.
That's a great...
What was I gonna say? So were they like attempting to like help you while you were locked up? I mean, were they like, were you able to continue like with your education or? Well,
I mean, once I got in the treatment center, I mean, if you want to call it an education, you know what I mean? It was, I mean, I don't think the people were actually teachers, you know what I
Right,
mean? I
for
think they
sure.
were just like counselors who were acting like the science teachers. So I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
most of my education came from the streets.
Sure, yeah, I get that. Yeah. Yeah, they were probably just like social workers trying to make a buck or whatever. Wow, that's
Yeah.
gnarly. Wow, so you were just basically locked? That's intense.
Well, I mean,
How did you deal with that on a daily basis? Like, are you spiritual at all? Or were you even allowed to like read or what?
yeah, like I mean, we could watch TV and like,
Yeah, oh,
but I
okay.
mean, there was like we had to do certain stuff like during certain groups throughout the day and stuff like, and I mean, it was stupid. Like we couldn't even have our shampoo or nothing like that because there's alcohol in it.
Oh,
They had to
okay,
lock
yeah.
it in the office.
Wow.
Like, so I mean, couldn't have razors. We would have to ask for that. Like, it was
Right.
just like jail, but I could see trees and like there's windows, and I slept on a real bed. It was
Yeah. Wow, that's still really rough. Okay, so when you were just before you were 18, you got released to the drug counseling center. How long were you there for?
that was no. I was 13 when I got released to the drug.
Oh,
counseling. Or no, I was. Excuse me. I was
17,
17.
almost 18.
Almost 18.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I was in the drug treatment facility. Freaking, it ended up because I kept getting in trouble and kept getting in trouble and kept
Right,
getting in
right.
trouble. I ended up being there for like 3.5 years. So I was
okay.
like 20 when I got out.
Oh, okay.
21.
What was that like? Like, so I tried to go to rehab like 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago for my alcoholism. And the place did like a switcheroo. They mark it as an alcohol rehab treatment center, but it's actually a psychiatric hospital. So,
That's not you.
I didn't like it. I've been sober ever since, but like it was just kind of scary. But anyways, they like made me, like strip down and like wear a gown for the amount of time that I was there. Were you?
Well, we didn't have to do all that. Like we
Oh,
had
okay.
like, normal clothes and stuff. But
Oh.
there was like the facility had like the people who stayed on the facility all the time, and then they had like across the way there was people who were like kind of like you could sign yourself in if you needed like help on drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was
Okay.
like a 30-day program or whatever.
Oh.
So,
So
like
they're
an outpatient.
yeah, outpatient. That's what it's called. It
Oh,
was
okay.
outpatient.
Oh, okay.
So there was always people like activity always happening right there. You know what I mean? Across the
Right.
way, and it was all one. It was like kind of like an apartment complex
Oh.
office building that they made into a treatment center.
Oh, I see. Okay, sort of like a business park. What do
You
they
want to see?
call it?
Okay, have you ever been to Scottsdale?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like a humongous park that freaking goes for miles,
Oh,
and
what
it's
was
got
that?
like the frisbee golf on in it.
Yeah.
It's got
It's the big
Oh.
park.
Yeah. Is
Anyhow.
that off of Cactus Road?
Look,
I
it's
think
a
so.
bunch of.
I think it's cactus, yeah.
But no,
Okay.
there's because it's such a big park and it
Right,
goes through so
right.
many miles. Like you can get it on a lot of roads. Like because
Oh.
the
Yeah.
place that I was at was on McDowell and 77th Street.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, no, yeah, no,
It's-
I don't know that. Yeah.
Well, here's the building.
Mm-hmm.
Right there is the park. Like
Right. Jeez.
right there.
That
you
must
just
have been
jump a fence.
right. That must have been frustrating, right? Like having I imagine it's a pretty nice park, right?
Like they would take us out like as a group. We would go
Day
like
trips.
yeah, we
Oh,
can go
okay.
to the park for a little bit a day. But I mean, who wants to go with a treatment center group to
Right.
the park?
For sure, yeah.
That's fun.
Right. So what were the other people like? So it being Scottsdale, for anybody listening not familiar, Scottsdale is like the well-to-do area of Phoenix, right? It's
The bougie.
the bougie, super bougie. I think like more billionaires live in that city than like any other city on the planet or something like that. And Scottsdale's known for being very like snooty. So were there a lot of people like that checking themselves in, or
I mean, I don't know about the outpatient, but I know like most of the people that like were in with us, like I only know because there was a girl and guy section, you know what I mean, and we
Right.
like could mingle at like school and like lunch and shit, but other than that, we were separated.
oh, okay,
And I mean, there was girls from all walks of life in there, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
like people
yeah.
who's got molested. I mean, everything that you can think of, like.
for sure.
But I mean, it's a learning. It teaches you freaking how to deal with all kinds of people.
Right. Yeah. Do you feel like it was an overall positive experience going to the
I mean,
treatment center?
but only because of like the counselor that I had there, her name was Jerry. She was one of the most awesomest drug counselors that I've ever met in my life. Like that woman did help me, and the tools that she taught me were part of the reason why I was able to survive selling drugs and doing the life that I've lived for so long.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So about that, how long were you selling meth for?
That came after I got out of all of that.
Yeah.
Probably 20 years.
Easy.
Oh wow, that's a long time to sell meth. Yeah. Wow.
Easy.
I was lucky enough to go into this. Other than that, getting in trouble right there, I was able to walk out with no fucking charges.
Yeah. Well,
rephrase. Yeah. She beat all of her charges.
Yeah,
you rephrase that because she had some, but she has beat all of her charges.
Yeah, they grand jury they grand jury indicted me, and that got fucking dropped because I fucking proved, I totally proved them wrong.
Yeah.
They stopped her. Actually.
Yeah,
and
they were trying to get in Maricopa County. I was facing 25 years, and then in Pinal County, I was facing 15 years. And instead of running them together, they wanted to stack them. So I had to go to Maricopa and do that first, and then go to Pinal and do that.
Right. Okay. And meth is a class 2 narcotic, right? So it. So that would be like.
It's pretty high.
Yeah, for sure. That's like a major felony, right? That's.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like one of the highest felonies you can get.
I think back in the 90s, pretty much almost everybody that got arrested and was in prison for fucking meth.
Yeah.
I didn't have no drug charges.
You know what I mean, though.
Was meth the reason I was in prison? Yes.
Right.
But it wasn't on a drug charge.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could go to prison. You could go to prison for just having a meth pipe back in the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember when weed was illegal out here. I mean. Yeah.
A seed would get you 25, man.
Yeah. I think my buddy actually got arrested for having weed on him at the Rio Verde on 420, ironically.
But see, that right there is a big no-no, because the Rio Verde, you're on Indian fucking res land, and that they don't give a fuck if it's legal for us. It is not legal on the reservation.
Right. Oh, that's a good point. Huh.
Or in any federal, if you're any forest, any of the freaking national forest, that's all fed weed. Weed is not okay there. You will get in serious trouble.
For sure. That's true. But you can camp anywhere, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've kind of cracked down on all that, but
I don't really like people who camp everywhere, because I don't they don't fucking clean up after themselves.
I know.
Dude. You're supposed to
hate
leave the place better than you find it.
True. I know. I hate that. The Rio Verde would be trashed all the time. Families would come and just leave piles and piles of trash.
Yeah. We clean up at the river.
Yeah, we kayak anytime, all of us.
That's awesome.
Because there's usually 4 of us. All of us. Anytime we float next to it, by a piece of freaking garbage, we pick it up and throw it in the kayak.
That's awesome. Thank you. That's super cool.
We enjoy it. We want to be able to keep going, and if people keep leaving their trash down. Back when we were kids, you didn't have to pay to go to those places.
Right.
You didn't have to pay to park. You could park down by the water.
And renting a tube was $10.
Yeah. What, is it expensive now, or I
mean, it's $23.
It's $25 to rent the tube. Just one tube, and that's not including getting if you want a cooler with the tube.
Oh wow!
And if you don't have a tube or anything like that, and you're somebody like us who kayaks and you just want to ride the bus, it's $22.
That's pretty great. That's insane. Wow, that's nuts. That's great. Yeah. Even the Rio Verde, the spot we used to go to, it's off of Dynamite. You know how it ends there at the Rio Verde on 4/20/2014. That was the last day you could camp there without a permit. It was also Easter. It was Easter and 420. And then they put up all these big metal bars so that you couldn't drive to the water's edge anymore. And so
just like they did to the Salt River back in the day.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did the same thing to the Salt River.
The Salt River, you used to be able to drive right up to the river. You could drive through the river if you wanted to.
Yeah, we did that a lot, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did that, but we were usually getting chased by the cops and stolen cars.
There you go.
Yourself, I was in my own vehicle getting chased by the cops.
Okay, so...
Yeah, we've known each other for 30 years.
30 years.
Oh,
30 years
nice. Awesome.
I've known their family for 30 years. Her sister and I were best friends for a very long time. So until my accident, until her wreck, that's when her and I got close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. That's very cool. Lifelong friendships are super important. So with your accident, that you described to me, would you like to walk us through that? How did it happen? I understand you had your 50-pound.
It was March.
Yeah, go ahead.
March 12th, 2018.
Okay.
And it was like noon. I was going to freaking the UPS store to pick up packages from Amazon for my kid that were there.
Ellsworth and Baseline.
Yeah, it's on Ellsworth and Baseline. So there's like 2 grocery stores on. One of them's on the southwest corner, and one of them's on the southeast corner.
Okay.
And we were like, the UPS store is in the same parking lot on the southeast corner of that freaking grocery store. And me, because after I picked up the packages, I wanted Starbucks. So we went to Starbucks and we came out on Baseline and we turned on to, or not Baseline, but on Ellsworth. We came out on Ellsworth and we turned on to Baseline going east. And in the same parking lot that we just came out of, there was freaking 2 old snowbirds from fucking Wisconsin who they were going west. They were wanting to go west. And so we were driving and passing them, and they were in the parking lot still. Yeah. And they saw the traffic that was coming westbound, and they wanted to be at the light first or whatever, and they didn't check to see if we were out of the way totally. And they gunned it, and we were in a big old work truck with like the boxes, on the stuff, like the electrical boxes, and a Tommy gate. And a Tommy gate, which is the thing that goes up and down on the ground. You know what I mean?
Okay. So pretty heavy duty truck.
Yeah. Right. And where they hit us at the Tommy gate, which is the heaviest part of that truck, and it automatically flung the truck like this. Like we were going like this, and it flung the truck like this. And we just started flipping. Oh my God. I don't know exactly like what number of flip, but so when we first got hit, because my pit bull, which is my best friend, I still have her to this day. Nice. She was sitting in the passenger seat, and I was sitting bitch, and the dude that I was dating was sitting or driving. Okay. And when we initially got hit, I dove over top of Doja like she was my kid. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. So at that same time as I dove, we came down on that side of the truck, and I came in contact with the ground. Oh my God! Like I don't know if you can see it, but I have a scar that goes all the way. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow. So I gave myself an open brain injury, and it knocked me out for a couple seconds. Jeez. And I don't know what number flip I came out, but I woke up as I was coming out of the freaking passenger window with feet first, but like staring up. And I saw Doja, my dog, coming out the window right behind me. And the only thing I could think about doing was like, come here, you, from like Mortal Kombat. And I just grabbed her with everything that I had. And that's the last thing I remember. Oh, wow. And then so I was told, I flew up, 78 feet in the air. Yeah. And I flew out from the vehicle 47 feet or something like that. So I went up like 3 stories and out like 2 stories from the vehicle. Jeez. I went through a tree, like I had pieces of tree in my foot and in my chin, like I had a piece of tree in my chin. And I with my 60-pound pit bull in my hands, I amazingly was able to land on my feet. And so when I landed, I like accordion, you know what I mean? Oh, and so I broke both feet, I broke both ankles. I broke both knees. This femur was her right femur. My right femur was the only thing that said, we're not gonna fucking accord. I'm gonna bust out of your skin and fly. So it took off and flew 5 feet behind me.
It like came out of your body?
Yeah. Intact. Whoa. It was still intact.
With half of my knee joint with it, and my half of my hip joint with it.
Her right leg was bang.
Yeah, like I pulled up the freaking X-ray so I could show you.
Sure, yeah.
There's multiple things to learn from her story.
For sure, definitely. I mean, look at the way people drive nowadays. It's insane.
Yeah. It hasn't changed since my accident. I've been saying that we need to go back to fucking horses and buggies. Dude. For real. For one, it will save the planet. And you didn't hear about people fucking dying because of a head-on collision with their horse and buggy.
Yeah, that's a good point. How fast were the snowbirds going? to do that to you.
There wasn't a mileage put on it because
They were coming from a
complete
stop,
and he like punched it. So he full throttled it to try and make it across that intersection and misjudged the distance between him and them.
Wow.
And he literally caught, so like this is the truck, the Tommy gates right here, he literally caught just the Tommy gate. Just that 6 inches, 8 inches of metal is what he caught.
Oh,
Their truck flipped 8 times.
8 times. Wow, that is so gnarly.
And the driver of the truck, her boyfriend, came out of it pretty much unscathed.
He had he got his what is it?
Yeah.
His shoulder was fucked up from the seatbelt, and he had like a big old bruised stomach.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But okay, let's get back to the story. So my femur flew out and landed 5 feet behind me. I completely shattered, like almost turned my freaking pelvis into dust.
Right. Yeah.
And like I have no tailbone anymore. I degloved my butt. Do you know what degloving is?
I don't. Oh, I can.
So it usually happens in like hands and feet and stuff.
Oh.
It's basically taking all the skin and the meat and everything off of the bone inside of skin stuff.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
It was of the accident.
Yeah, so
I'll send you all the pictures that we have from that area. You can put them in where you want.
Okay.
And then I broke 8 ribs. I'm pretty sure that what broke my ribs was because I was told 8 ribs on one side were broken, and then I have 1 rib that was broken in 2 spots on the other side.
Oh, wow.
And I'm pretty sure that's because when I hit the ground, the momentum, Doja bounced off of me and kept going. You know what I mean? Because she took the rest of the momentum because I fucking came to a stop. And I broke my back in 2 places, and they basically had to reconstruct this whole side of my face. So I knocked out every tooth. I either knocked or broke every tooth on top and bottom on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I was fucked up.
Yeah, no doubt.
The open brain injury gave
messenger.
So,
yeah, and
whoa. Were you in a coma at all, or
Well, okay, so
about that.
So this is all funny. Okay, so when the truck landed, in that same complex with the grocery store and all that, there's an Allstate insurance company building that's right there.
Oh, okay.
The truck landed 5 feet from their freaking door.
I mean, that's just ironic. That's crazy. That's
right. And, no, what's really ironic is that's where the fucking old people came from. They were paying their goddamn insurance.
Oh my God!
So at
wow.
least insurance.
It's about ironic.
Yeah, that's gnarly. Yeah.
Luckily, this is what I believe one of the biggest things that saved my life. Luckily, one of the ladies who was working inside the insurance building was a ex-RN for the military.
Oh wow! Okay.
She had seen combat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she came out and held my head together and made 2 other dudes come out of the crowd and hold me down because I was trying to get up and find my dog.
Right. Jeez.
Until the paramedics got there. Once the paramedics got there, I had bled out already. Like, there was no more blood in my body.
Right.
So they had to give me enough blood to fill a human body, which I think is like 6 pints or whatever.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And then I bled out again on the way to the hospital. So they had to give me another 6 pints of blood. And I got to the hospital, and the first day of surgery, they worked for freaking 12 hours on me. And then my blood pressure kept dropping, so they stopped. And they put me in a drug-induced coma, and then the next day they did 7 more hours of surgery on me. And
let's back up to before when they first started surgery.
Yeah.
I get a phone call from her mom going, can you tell me what the hell my daughter's allergic to? Because she keeps flatlining on the table. She died 6 times on the table because she was having an allergic reaction to the medication. She can't do
opiates. All natural.
Oh my God, that sucks. I mean, damn, that's an understatement. Obviously, dang, that's.
Yeah,
oh my God,
so
wow.
In the drug-induced coma wasn't happening because she kept having reactions to the medication.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
I'm so sorry.
And so after the second day of surgeries, that was it. That's all I needed at the time. And so they wanted to keep me in the drug-induced coma for a week or 2 weeks longer.
Wow.
And that same day, I ended up somehow pulling my feeding tube out.
The breathing tube, the
No,
ventilator.
it was the feeding tube first.
Oh.
And so then they mitted me and handcuffed me to the bed. Somehow the next morning, I was able to get out of the handcuffs and mitts, and I pulled out the feeding tube and the breathing tube, and I looked at my mom and I said, it hurt.
Okay.
And the doctors were like, okay, so she seems to be breathing on her own. I think we're gonna not put her back in the coma.
Do you remember the feeling of the tubes?
No,
okay,
I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
But I know myself. Okay, so I'm I have a really rare and really weird blood type.
Oh, okay.
I'm Rh negative.
I've never even heard of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it means basically like you guys have the monkey gene, the Rhesus or whatever it's called, monkey gene, and you like with your blood.
Oh, okay.
I do not have that. So yeah, they try. There's if you do look it up, they say that I'm alien. Like I'm the result. Then aliens reproducing with humans because they don't like in history they can like see exactly where how every blood
right the human genome or whatever. Yeah.
Mine just appears out of nowhere, and they have no idea where it came from.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. The missing link, I think they call that, right? Or something like that. Yeah.
So, like,
wow.
My body doesn't like anything foreign that my body, like, even maybe, like, my body will try to kill it and try to
Right.
So, like, that's anything that I, like, any kind of piercing, it takes me a minute to get used to it because my body's like, no, get it out.
Right.
Like, that's why I'm pretty sure that's why I pulled my breathing and
makes sense.
Because it's not supposed to be there.
Right, for sure. So did they have to find a donor for that blood type? I mean, or did
Thankfully, they had enough. enough.
Oh, okay.
I
Thank God, yeah.
took all they had.
There was enough people with that blood type that had donated.
And the fact that it's so rare, they don't use it all the time, you know what I mean?
Right. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, that's extreme luck right there. I guess you could call it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So how long were you in the hospital for?
Like a week.
That's it. Really?
1 week.
What? Whoa.
Yep.
Then they sent her
They sent me to a rehab facility. It was called the Citadel.
Okay.
And
that's ominous.
That place is not a good place. Like I was there for like 2 days. Like
wow.
I was sitting in pee, like they ripped the stitches on my butt open because they made me move. They gave me a huge bed sword, like a huge bed sword.
Yeah.
You get right there? Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Like
damn. What? You still have a scar from it?
Oh yeah. The bed sores are messed up. So if your mom or an older person gets a bed sore, by the time you get it on the outside, it's already to the bone. Like it starts from the bone and goes out.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either until I got one.
Damn. Can you sue them? That's neglect.
Yeah.
That's like medical
neglect.
I
probably could have. I don't know.
No, it was included in her lawsuit.
Was it?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
So when after everything, she was in.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Sure.
But
sorry.
So they sent me to the Citadel, and I was there for 2 days, and then my blood, they needed to take me back to the hospital to give me another blood transfusion.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got to the hospital, my mom's all, she ain't going back there. She's either going to stay in the fucking hospital or she's coming home with me.
Right,
That's all that's happening. And so I went home.
Yeah, okay.
A friend of mine, her dad happened to pass away not like shortly before my accident, and she just happened to have a hospital bed. So we set a hospital bed up in my mom's living room, and that's where I recovered.
Wow. So were you in like a full body cast, or was it all?
No, I wasn't in bikini. No cast.
What?
Like I was open. I had. Yeah, it was gnarly.
They said that because of the way her injuries were and the way the healing happened, that she couldn't do the cast because the pressure of a cast could cause issues with the healing.
Oh my god.
And one more thing, because I had doja in my hands, I had no internal organs were damaged, and my arms weren't broken or nothing because I had her in my arm.
Right. Okay.
So nothing, no lungs, no nothing was damaged.
Yeah, no major internal damage besides the shredding from the waist down.
Obviously, the open brain injury, there was no brain damage either. Because I healed so well, people look at me and they're like, she wasn't all that fucked up. Like, there's no way that she was that fucked up. They don't believe me.
No, I was gonna say, like, it's such an intense accident, and you sustained such, like, incredibly serious injuries, and yet at the same time, it could have been so much worse.
But because I'm a fighter, like,
for sure.
at the time I had a 10-year-old son, and I know how mean kids could be.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
I need to do is or be in a wheelchair going to get my kid from school.
Right.
I don't need him to be punished for something that was wrong with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy.
And
very determined.
Yeah.
Very determined.
Yeah, no, I can
I
see the warriorness for sure.
So, like,
there's one picture in there of her hair that's kind of shorter. That is, so the accident was in March. That was in December. So 7 months later, and you can see how well healed she was in that picture.
Oh, okay.
I had to lay in the hospital bed in my mom's living room for like 9 months because I couldn't put any pressure on my pelvis while I was healing.
Right.
And so, and then once I was healed enough, I was in a wheelchair. They had me going to physical therapy. I went to physical therapy in the beginning for three times a day for freaking 6 months.
Jeez, yeah.
And but the 3 times a day, that was all me. That wasn't because that was what they wanted me to do. It was because I was not going to be in that wheelchair.
Right.
I refused to. Once I got up and like out of the wheelchair, because I had been laid up for so long, my muscles had started atrophy. And so I couldn't on my right, because my right side, my right leg was the most damaged. Like they gave me, because when my femur flew out of my body, it basically severed almost my sciatic nerve completely. There was just like a hair that was still connected, and the doctor ended up having to go in and cut it because he said if he would have left it, I would have been in excruciating pain for the rest of my life.
Oh, okay.
So with no sciatic nerve, like most of the time people don't get to use that. Like you have no use in that leg, you know what I mean?
Right.
It took like 6 months for me to be able to even lift my toes when they told me to lift my toes.
Yeah.
And they were like, if you don't lift your toes, we're going to have to take that leg, Jessica. Like, we're going to have to take it.
Jeez.
And I'm like, fuck you are.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, like my right leg, the calf, everything is way smaller than my right or my left leg because the muscles, it's never going to go back to the way it was because of the damage that it had. And so when I first got up on my feet with the walker, because of the damage in my right leg, my heel, I couldn't get my heel to touch the ground. So I walked like I had an imaginary high heel on that foot. I did that for like 3 months. Then they had to go in and on my right side, they had to go cut my Achilles tendon in order to get my heel to touch the ground.
Oh, whoa. So that must have taken a long time to heal from. That must have taken a long time to heal from, right? I mean, aren't you never supposed to?
But like, let's just say, like, so the average time for all my injuries, it should have taken me like 3-4 years to be able to heal as well as I would have been able to.
Right.
I was basically up walking on my own with no limp a year and a half after.
That's amazing. Wow. Wow.
I tell everybody she's my super bionic woman, dude. She's my superhero.
Stronger, faster. Yeah.
She is.
I don't know about faster because, like,
maybe not now, but
I mean, they told me that I was never going to be able to wear high heels again. They told me that I could never run again. And I've proven both of them wrong. Like, I wear high heels to this day. Like, and I may not run pretty and like I used to, but like I can fucking run.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Two Halloweens ago, she realized that she could run, chasing kids through the neighborhood.
Oh, I was going to say, like, what happened on Halloween?
Chasing kids through the neighborhood. She actually seen me take off chasing a 13-year-old girl down the driveway, and she just followed me. Didn't think about it, just did it, and she was running down the road with me.
And I was like, wait a minute. I'm fucking running.
Yeah.
Well, I applaud your resilience and toughness. So many people would just like go into despair and self-pity, you know, and
obviously I'm here for a reason. Like,
right,
I mean, I've been shot twice, like prior. Okay,
right,
so
yeah.
Before my accident, like during my drug time and like selling drugs and shit, like I was at one point in time I was on the run from the U.S. Marshals with my ex and one of my exes, and we went to Long Island, New York.
Oh wow.
Not knowing nobody, not having no money.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Completely different. Yeah.
We were homeless there for 9.5 months.
Oh man, yeah, that's rough.
We were coming out of the subway and we were in Jamaica, Queens. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it, but up above, like ground level, there was a freaking gang shootout going on.
Oh, jeez.
And I just happened to walk out of the fucking subway into a gang shootout, and I got freaking hit with a 380 in my freaking thigh, and it went in and it came out.
Damn.
But that was the second time I had gotten shot, so like I automatically went into shock because I knew what the fuck was happening, and I woke up in John Hopkins fucking hospital, handcuffed to a bed.
This is probably a stupid question, but is it better when it goes all the way through rather than getting lodged in the bullet?
Okay, so the first time that I got shot, this was probably right after I got out of trouble and custody and all that, so I was like, I don't know, 20. Okay. And I got shot with a handgun, a 22 handgun.
Okay. Yeah.
And the dude like put it up to my leg and pulled the trigger. So it was like I had the barrel fucking burn and all that shit.
Right. Oh wow.
The 22. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this because of the tattoo. I doubt it. Like right here, I have a scar right there.
Yeah.
From the 22.
I can kind of see that.
So it went in there, and it came out right here.
Oh my God! What?
And it was because of the angle I was sitting. Like I was laying down like this, so I had just my head was like
elevated.
Right. My body was laying down.
Yeah.
And because of the way that my body was, the doctor said that's why it came out there, or it would have got lodged in my head.
22 bullets aren't strong enough to like really
come out. They don't normally come out.
They just bounce around inside you. So it was a good thing. Went straight up her leg and came out her chest right there because it could have done a lot more damage. It literally just kind of rode the bones up.
It rode my bone all the way up, and it didn't hit a damn thing besides, you know what I mean, besides muscle and tissue, and
didn't really do a whole lot of damage. Yeah. Kind of a lot of pain, but.
I gotta say, and I'm saying this with all due respect, this is the most Arizona story I have ever heard in my life.
It's better. Like I've been. Oh, you can't see it anymore. Where is it? Like right here, you can't really see it, but I have a scar right there because I, in the drug world, selling drugs to fucking crazy ass fucking people.
Right. Yeah.
I walked into this fucking house to sell this dude a fucking bag, and there's no furniture in this house. There's no carpet. It's just the concrete slab, right?
Yeah.
Dude, in a corner, got one of the acetylene torches, like the really, really hot ones.
Right.
And he's got a fucking samurai sword in his hand, and he's like trying to burn this samurai sword, right? Long story short, after I sold him the drugs, he tried to say that I stole the drugs when I was leaving.
Jeez.
And took that red hot samurai sword and stuck me to the wall. But luckily it was fucking hot and it cauterized as it went in, you know what I mean? So it wasn't everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been stabbed like 2 times.
Drugs in Arizona, so much fun.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm a little speechless. It's like, wow.
When I got shot when I was in Jamaica, Queens, I was in Rikers Island for 2.5 weeks until the U.S. Marshals could come and get me and take me back to fucking Arizona.
Damn.
That was gnarly.
You seem to have a pretty good attitude.
Huh?
You seem to have a pretty good attitude and like perspective on life. Yeah, sure.
Since my accident, like before my accident,
She didn't give a shit.
I fought fucking, like I would fucking hit you before I would hug you. Like
Right, yeah.
That was my favorite thing. Like I carried a fucking knife like this big on my fucking hip everywhere I went. And mind you, I've never driven. Never once have I driven a car. I've never got my driver's license. I've never had permit, nothing like that.
Wow.
Because one of my very first memories, I remember looking at a car when I was a really young child and thinking, like not knowing exactly what it was or nothing like that, but knowing that something eventually in my life is going to happen that was really bad with that thing.
Gotcha.
With a
Okay,
car.
yeah.
Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know if it was me going to take somebody's life or if it was
Right.
me going to. I didn't know what it was. I just know that something was bad was going to happen with me in a vehicle.
Okay, interesting. Okay. We need to wrap up soon. I would love to have you on again. But so we'll wrap up on. I have two questions for you. The second one's going to be kind of silly, and I ask everybody it. But my first question here to end this episode, and again, I would love to hear more of your stories. That is really interesting, fascinating stuff. And again, I applaud your resilience and strength. That is, I don't know if I could get through that, especially without the aid of opiates. That's intense.
Since my accident, I've been sober off meth.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's awesome. I mean, I've done meth. I've known a lot of people who have lost their lives to it, ended up on the street, just completely ruined their lives. I know just how much that can affect a person. Are you a spiritual or religious person? Do you believe in like a higher power? Do you think something was like protecting you, or?
We're more spiritual.
I believe that my guardian angel was there. Like obviously something was there. You know what I mean?
Seems to be able
to get it was just my body that was injured. Like nothing else really got messed up. Like,
right.
Do I have problems because of my brain injury? Yes, I do. But it's like only like my now memory.
Mm-hmm.
Is the problem. Like I remember everything from my past. You know?
Your short-term memory.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, but do you so more spiritual? Wow. Okay. How did you keep your spirits up while you were recovering from the accident?
I know one thing she did a lot. Music was a big thing.
And my dog.
Her dog.
What was the dog okay?
The dog had no broken bones or nothing, but the couple of the pads on her feet were like scraped off from her on the freaking, you know what I mean?
That's
road
it.
rash.
Wow.
But we later, like a year or two after we ended up finding out that she has 2 slipped discs in her back because of the accident. Now since it's been like 6 years, she's got nerve damage, so she does this. Like
okay.
Her whole body shakes.
Yeah.
But all in all, she was perfectly okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Shoot. Wow.
Like you said, we definitely need to do another interview with her.
Yeah,
there's still
for
a lot more to accident to talk.
I mean, there's still a lot more stuff.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'd love to have you back on again. This is the most Arizona thing I have ever heard in my life, and I love it here.
My life would make a really good book or a movie, but I don't think it. Like people don't believe because it's been so crazy. People don't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what would make it so good. At least some people are gonna watch this episode and I don't know, maybe learn a thing or two. Definitely message to the snowbirds real quick. First of all, stop coming here. You ruin everything. And
we need them to come here because their money is what gets us through.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, that's true.
Or they look for locals too.
Or take an Uber or something else.
Right.
Dude.
Who am I to talk? I'm from California. Everybody blames my people for everything, so I shouldn't tell people to stay away. I know.
Arizona and Californians, they drive about the same.
They do. They really do. Yeah. For sure. Okay. Wow. So here's my last question. We'll end it on like a high note here. And it's for both of you. You can both answer. Would you rather attend Burning Man or the Gathering of the Juggalos? Take your time. That's a good answer. That's my answer.
I
Nice.
want to do it because
We've been ICP fans since we were young.
Yeah, for sure. Whoop whoop.
And Burning Man,
Burning Man's a bucket list thing for me. So, and
nice.
the Gathering's always been a bucket list thing. So I'm not.
But
Nice.
I mean, I want to do Burning Man without the dust storm.
Right, yeah. I know. That one a couple years ago looked insane. Or last year they got pretty crazy, right?
I understand, like, not the rain, but, like, the dust. There's one humongous dust storm every year, you know what I mean?
True, yeah. Well, you're the first to ever answer both. I always say both, but most people say the Gathering. They, like, out of 30, your episode 34, about 90% of people had said the Gathering of the Juggalos. So you're the first ever to answer with both. So that's awesome.
I just love concerts and festivals.
For sure.
It's a completely different high. You know what I mean? And it's completely legal.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, you can feel high while totally sober with all the energy and the music.
And that's what I love about it, because and not just that, let's knock on wood, but it's the one place in Arizona at least that there hasn't been no mass casualties or mass anything bad. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I never thought about that. Okay, well, we'll end it here. Again, please come on.
Let's not have one, please.
Yeah.
So to be continued with Jessica King and Kay. Thank you both so much for coming on. This episode will probably come out about 4 weeks or so. Thank you both so much. Everybody listening, I think there's something definitely to learn from Jessica's story here. And thanks for watching Let's Ruin Our Lives. Mahalo.
I know, but I'd rather be blind in heaven than sighted in hell.